I'm back. It's been a while. I just had way too much to do over the weekend, and so I'm back now. Well, let me kind of like adjust myself. Okay, so I recently got sent some vape mail, if you will, and I got 4 liquids from Virgin Vapor, and I'll be breaking them up, 2 in this video, 2 in the next video. And so the ones I'm gonna, I'm sorry, I can't get comfortable. The ones I'm gonna be doing in this video are organic Plum Crazy, which is this one right here. Excuse my nails, they look, actually they don't really, you can't really tell, but they look like horrid. They're just horrid. They're chipping. But anyway, what you should really be paying attention to, organic Plum Crazy and organic Blue Violet. Then I got a butterscotch and a vanilla latte one also, but like I said, I'll do that in another video. These liquids they're fabulous. They really are fabulous. I really can't say enough good things about them. I've been very impressed with them. The best way that I can put this is they taste gorgeous. I don't know if that makes any sense. I can tell that they're very well done. They are, to me anyway, and like I've said before, taste is it's very much up to the person doing the tasting, but for me it's they're very sort of, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can definitely taste the flavors for sure, but there's also something very subtle about them. It's hard for me to explain. I don't know if any of y'all have ever, maybe not these flavors, or if y'all have tried these flavors. I'd be curious to know if y'all agree with me about the subtleness of the flavors, but yet still really being able to taste the flavors very well. Because I've had some different juices before where the flavors might have been subtle and I couldn't really taste anything. Whereas these are more subtle, and they're just, they taste gorgeous, if that makes any sense at all. The first one I'm going to be doing is the Plum Crazy. Everybody knows that I have had a gigantic boner for a plum flavor, a really good plum flavor. And I think I'm always on the hunt. Plum is just something that I love, just in general, and I'm going to keep trying different people's plums. But this plum it really is very good. They did this very well. They captured the sweetness and the tartness. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I'm very impressed, and plum seems to be one. Yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very, very, very impressed. Let's see here. It's 100% VG juice, 18 milligrams nicotine, 18, yeah. And this is a half ounce bottle, and they're cute little bottles. I love the little bottles with the droppers. The little, was it an eyedropper? Is that what they're called? I don't know if that's right. So I've got it in my, sorry, my foot I'm sitting under my foot and it keeps falling asleep, damn. I've got it on my little MVP, and I've got it in my, this is a tank I don't know if y'all have seen before in my videos. It's actually the very first tank I ever bought, and I've had some issues with it, so I don't really use it that often anymore. Um, it's my Aspire BDC or whatever, and it is a good tank. We can't rebuild the coils. We haven't figured out how to rebuild the coils. I'm not even sure if it's possible with the way the wick is, the way the core is built. I don't know if it's even possible to rebuild them. And the only reason I'm using it is if I love those VV Novas, the mini VVs, the big ones. Doesn't really matter what. And but with these, and not all. I mean, VG is obviously 100% VG is obviously thicker. The more VG, the thicker it's going to be. I found with these, they just wouldn't. They wouldn't work in the VVs that I have. They wouldn't work. So I had to find some. I mean, I've got my Kangers, but they were all pretty much being used. So I had to find something else to try these in, and this was the only other bottom one that I had that was working. It sounds like there's a bug out like in my window trapped or something. I don't know. Anyway, so definitely, if you decide that you're going to try these or order them or whatever, they're definitely worth ordering, definitely worth trying. You'll love them. Pretty sure you'll love them. But you'll definitely, if you don't own a tank that heats from the bottom, where the core's at the bottom, you definitely want to invest in one for these type of juices, or really any type of juice that has more VG than PG or is all VG. You definitely want a bottom heating tank, because otherwise it will not keep the wicks wet. It will not get the wicks wet enough. I definitely recommend that. So I will, I've got it at my regular 3.7 volts, 6.5 watts. So I will make sure this tank's kind of, it's old, so it's kind of, I'm not sure, make sure it's going to work right. And this is what it looks like when you vape on it. That's a nice cloud. And keep in mind that this, like I said before, this tank really isn't all that wonderful anymore. The cores suck balls. So this isn't it's better in my better tanks with better cores, but that's not bad for having an old core and a tank that's been having a lot of issues. You definitely get the sweetness on the inhale. You get the sweetness definitely on the inhale. A little bit on the exhale. For me, you get the tartness on the exhale. And that's just a really nice combination. And you can definitely, that plum flavor is totally there, and it's fabulous. Really fabulous. It's delicious. It really feels like I'm biting into a big ass plum. It's wonderful. It's really good. Really, really, really good. I could sit there and suck on that all day long. Really could. Really, really could. And I have. Luckily, this juice I've used, when I got it, it was like up to there. And now it's like, I don't know, it's like there. So I've used a fair amount of it, just having it like a day and a half. So I do like that one a lot. Now on to my, wrong one, sorry. My organic blue violet. Now, as everybody knows, I have a huge boner for the floral stuff. As well. Now, when I know I've mentioned those violet candies that I used to get at World Market when I was a little girl. When I open this to smell it, it smells just like those candies did in the box. I was very excited. And I was even more excited when I tried it. It's my Pro Tank Mini 2. That one, I'm sorry, let me see. This one is very, very good too. Now, if you don't like florally type flavors, if you're not into that, you probably will not. This is, in my opinion, this is probably an acquired taste. Either you have had some type of violet something or another before in your life and you like it, or you just have an inclination to more florally type flavors, because this really is something that I don't, even though I love it, I would certainly recommend trying it. I don't think it's going to be everybody's cup of tea, just because I don't think it's one of those flavors. Whereas I think most people would enjoy the plum, I don't know if most people would enjoy the violet, though I do love it. It has a sweetness, but it is very florally, like those candies were. The sweetness I get the most on the exhale. I definitely get the florally violet taste throughout. I'm going to say this, and it's going to make it sound, it's going to maybe come off negative, but it's not. I find it very pleasant, actually. There is something about it that reminds me of a sunscreen, a suntan lotion that I used as a child. And I'm not sure if maybe that sunscreen had like a violet scent to it, and that could be what it is, why I'm picking that up. It very well could be, and I can't remember what the sunscreen was. But when I first vaped on this, that was the image that popped into my mind like that. I thought of being at the beach as a small child and that sunscreen. It does remind me of that sunscreen, but it's absolutely not a negative thing. Now, if you didn't use that sunscreen or obviously you're not going to think sunscreen. You're going to think floral. Just from my memories, it reminds me of being at the beach and reminds me of the sunscreen, but it's certainly not a negative thing. I actually enjoyed having a flashback of that, because I hadn't thought of that sunscreen or those memories in a very long time. So I enjoyed it a lot. There's you definitely get the sweetness on the exhale for sure. When you suck on it, like, I don't know if you noticed, but I vape for a while, like I'll suck on it for a while. The longer you suck on the inhale, the sweeter it gets. But it's very, very violet-y, very, very florally. I think everybody should give it a try, because you might find something that you didn't think you'd like. But definitely, if you are inclined to the florally stuff like I am, it's effing amazing. I mean, it's great. It's really, really great. And a nice amount of vapor, obviously. With the VGs, the 100% VGs, the higher VGs, you don't get a lot of throat hit. Like I've said before, I like that. So I prefer it. If that's something that you like, a whole lot of, like, getting, punched in the throat, then this might not be your cup of tea. I'm pretty sure, though, that they can actually do them with PG, though. Pretty sure about that. And I absolutely recommend them. Totally. I'm going to let y'all go because I'm starting to get to the 15-minute mark, and I will continue on to part 2 of this. The saga will continue. I just want to give a huge, huge thank you to the people at Virgin Vapor. I very much appreciate you letting me review these. They are fabulous. Freaking fabulous. So thank you so much. And I absolutely do recommend them. Absolutely. So I guess I'll be seeing y'all probably tomorrow or the next day with the other part of this review. Okay, well, I'll see y'all later. Bye.